What's going on, guys? This is your Otaku Start bringing you another list of anime, this time with a top 10 anime assassin series. This has always been one of my favorite genres, since you never know who is going to be dropped dead next. It always has that suspense building up in each episode passes. So, without any further ado, here is our list of top 10 assassin anime. I hope that you agree with my order. If not, the comment section is always waiting for you. Starting with number 10, Codebreaker. Codebreaker closely follows the life of Ryogami, who is part of an organization of assassins. He, along with other members of the group, must present himself as an ordinary student while undertaking various missions. Well, his secret life is discovered by a classmate, and his classmate decides that Ri's perspective on life is way too dark and distorted. Luckily for her, she has the ability to negate his powers, and so is able to actually get close to him and try to make an impact on his life. Codebreaker presents a really unique set of assassins. Each character is well defined as has a rather spectacular ability, which is always fun to watch. However, the general missions that the group performs do not hold a candle to the inner turmoil of the organization. The organization's history and hidden power plays are where the true drama lies. These facts unravel bit by bit and show just how dark the underbelly of Assassin's organization can be as we discover more about the main antagonist. This setup lets anime build an extremely volatile environment that puts everyone against one another, which leads to quite the entertaining climax. Number 9. Danganronpa. Hope Peak Academy is one of the best high schools that accepts only the most gifted students. Students who successfully apply get their unique titles, suitably reflective of their skills and characteristics. Out of the 15 students submitted to the strange school that year, Makoto Naegi is an ordinary person. He has been accepted by pure luck and given the title of Super High School Level Luck. Naegi and fellow students are initially happy. They are happy to be able to study in this prestigious institution, but these feelings of ecstasy are short-lived. A person called Monokuma ruins their lives. He is the principal and president's bear, and he locks them up inside the school. The students' hope of breakout and graduation depend on one of them victoriously killing one of their own without being discovered. However, he or she will be killed if they are found. Also, this will result in the rest of the survivors continuing the death match until only a single winner remains. Number 8. Black Cat. Finishing every job with merciless accuracy, Train Hartnett is a notorious assassin with no concern for human life, putting on the moniker Black Cat in the underground. The flawless assassin works for the powerful secret organization known only as Kronos. One shadowy night, the nonchalant gunman encounters Saya Minatsuki, a mysterious bounty hunter, and soon forms an odd friendship with her. Affected by Saya's positive take on life, Train starts to rethink the decisions he made in his life. Determining to give up his role as the Black Cat, he instead decides to head down a righteous path as an honest bounty hunter. However, Kronos and Train's possessive junior Creed Discount is not satisfied with the Train's sudden change of heart. He takes an oath to resort to the utmost measures to bring back the ambassador of bad luck. The erstwhile assassin turned stray cat can only roam so far before the ear-shattering sound of the gunfire rings out. This is a very dark and gritty anime. The creators take very bold decisions with this story, and it is very refreshing in many ways. Thus it grabs a spot in our best assassin anime list. Number 7. Gunslinger Girl. In the central part of Italy, the social welfare agency abducts young girls from hospitals and provide them with another opportunity at life. They do so by using the most recent development in cybernetic enhancements. With their artificially augmented bodies, the girls are indoctrinated and are trained to become assassins to do the filthy work for the Italian government. In spite of all the enhancements, they are only children at heart, fighting for their recognition for those they love. Also, this is even after knowing that the love they feel is programmed. This sad story unfolds as these young women handle their emotions in an agency that handles them as nothing but ferocious and lethal killers. If you're looking for characters-driven assassin story, especially one that deals with identity, tragedy, and innocence, Gunslinger Girl is a shining example of traditional elements with a meaningful spin. Number 6. Akame got killed. Night raid in the secret assassination subdivision of the Revolutionary Army. A rebellion gathered to overthrow Prime Minister Honest. The Prime Minister's greed and rapacity for power has led him to take advantage of the child emperors and enlightenment. Without a powerful and kind-hearted leader, the rest of the place is left to drown in poverty, conflict, and disintegration. Though the Night Raid members are all skilled assassins, they know that taking lives is far from admirable. Also, they will likely face punishment as they closely murder anyone who stands in the revolution's way. This merry band of assassins' latest addition is Tatsumi, an innocent boy from an isolated village. He has started on travel to help his ruined hometown and was won over by not only Night Raid's principles but also their resolve. Akame ga Kill follows Tatsumi as he battles the Empire and encounters face-to-face with powerful weapons. Rival assassins challenge him to principles and merit, and ultimately he battles to find out what it truly means to be a rival with a cause. Moving to number 5 on our list, The Future Diary. Yukiteru Amano finds himself suddenly placed in a game of life and death. He is given the power of a future diary. He is tasked with using his diary's power to murder 11 other diary users, who each have their own specific power. However, will he be able to do this when he is only Ellie in his obsessive stalker? The future diary is interesting because it technically forced the person to become an assassin. Yuki is honestly just an ordinary kid, but once thrust into the game, he must kill or be killed. Thus, he is forced to devise and plan out assassinations if he expects to live. The plot thrives off the fact that each person is doing essentially the same thing as him. It is a game of assassination, and so it's impossible to really figure out what will be happen next. Bonus points go to this assassin anime for never turning an eye to the violence that ensues within its plot. Number 4. Phantom: Requiem for the Phantom. This assassin anime takes place in a world where violence runs rampant. Assassinations are committed frequently in America, and many are done by the organization Inferno, which has a near-invincible human weapon that goes by the codename Phantom. One day, a Japanese tourist witnesses a hit done by Phantom, and it is then forcibly brought into the Inferno organization. The first thing that happens to him is that he gets brainwashed. The second is that himself becomes an assassin. Phantom Requiem for the Phantom is emotionally powerful anime. It handles the work of an assassin with a certain detached perspective that strikes at the audience. Such a viewpoint allows the show to display just how far the characters are removed from humanity. It forces the viewers to accept that living can be boiled down to act of instinct, as each character is considerably forced to kill or be killed. At the same time, though, it makes us feel so much for the characters, as we can only imagine just how much pain they have gone through in order to become the assassins. It is this duality to the piece that creates an extremely unique viewing experiment. Number 3. Kill la Kill. After the killing of her dad, Ryoko has been roaming the land seeking the killer who murdered her dad, following her only clue, which is the absent half of his invention. The scissor blade reaches the reputable Hanuji Academy. It is a high school like any other. The school is managed by the striking and unsympathetic Students' Council President Satsuki Kiryuin, along with her strong underlings. Also, this group of underlings is called the Elite Four in the Academy's insanely ruthless hierarchy. Satsuki dresses provide the wearer the never seen before inhuman abilities. Ruthlessly beaten in a fight versus one of the students in uniform, Ryoko goes back to her demolished home where she comes across Shinkitsu. It is scarce and living Kamui, or god of clothes. After coming in contact with Ryoko's blood, Shinkitsu arises, launching into Ryoko and gifting her with immense power. Now armed with Shinkitsu and Scissor Blade, Ryoko makes the stand against the Elite Four. She is believing to reach Satsuki and reveal the man behind her father's murder once and for all. Number 2. Darker Than Black. Darker Than Black follows the life of contractors, who are people bred for destruction and assassinations with supernatural powers. They strike fear and hate in the eyes of others. After a presence known as Heaven's Gate suddenly appears, Hell's Gate, a massive wall surrounding the city, is constructed to keep the city safe from these supernatural beings, which is why an international organization called Pandora seeks out information to analyze and discover the truth behind the creation of them. But there is one contractor different from the others, and he seeks the truth as well. From the brains of Tensei Okumura comes a science fiction thriller taking the form of a subtle expose on war, a war in which political places and truth and justice have no meaning, a war executed purely in the shadows. Therefore, it earns a spot on our best assassin anime list. Reaching the number 1 on our list, Assassination Classroom. This anime puts us in a world where Earth has been invaded by a single alien who is capable of destroying the planet. All military tactics that have been used on the alien have failed miserably, and now the fate of the world lies in the hands of a bunch of middle school kids. It is their job to assassinate this alien who has taken up the position of their teacher. Assassination Classroom is a fun twist for people who enjoy assassin anime but want something with little less death and gore. This is because on an episodic basis, the students do try to assassinate their teacher. They try to trick him and catch him off guard by employing various strategies. However, Kuro-sensei is generally able to foil their plans and teach them a lesson or two about life while doing so. It is this playful mix between humor and murder that keeps the show so lively, not to mention a strong ensemble of characters, with each episode introducing us to a new perspective. And with that, we reach the end of our video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And the last thing, subscribe to our channel to receive more videos like that. See you in the next one.